Good evening and welcome to today's episode of LAMATA Half Hour. Here we'll bring you up-to-date information on the activity of the Mega Cities Pioneering Agency. And today we'll bring you updates on current roads construction projects going on in the mega city.
It's common knowledge that there cannot be an effective transport systems without good roads. That is why the Director of Roads and Traffic Management, LAMATA, Engineer Olufunsho Elulade, will be joining us to bring us details on the current ongoing road projects in LAMATA.
And of course, we'll take questions from our studio audience and from our online followers. I am Kate Harmony.
And I am Obafemi Craig.
Stay tuned.
What's your uncle? That phone ain't cheap. Maryland we dey go.
Yes, care. But I be out you go take.
That's one cost. Ticket na 17 naira for Mojota.
That number of people not sharp. With my new Lagos Connect card, now as little as 25 naira go pay. Lagos Connect card that the new payment method from LAMATA for people who sabi better. It's easy to use. Just waka go any BLT or BFS bus stop. Get and load your card with at least 20 naira. Tap your card on the block machine inside the bus where you enter and come out. Or party, BLT or BFS go charge you chicken money when you not go reach normal ticket money.
Hey, wait, make I quickly go top up. Me too, I want sharp like you.
LAMATA, think transport.
You're welcome back. Now the news and updates on LAMATA. The Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, has appealed to road users on Wemco Road to take caution while driving. Two projects, installation of underground drainage system and rehabilitation and upgrade of the road, are currently being implemented by LAMATA. A statement by LAMATA said the two contractors working on the road have agreed to uphold international best practice. Hence, they would ensure that the traffic delay is minimized. The bus rapid transit BRT lanes would soon be converted from asphalt to concrete surface to withstand the heavy axle loads of the BRT buses. The first phase of the project from Mile 12 to Anthony is expected to start very soon. During this period of rehabilitation of the BRT lanes, the buses will share the main corridor with other road users. LAMATA has therefore enjoined users of the road to drive with care and exercise a lot of restraint by giving priority to the BRT buses. LAMATA urges the public to report any misbehavior on the BRT corridor by calling 0128050000 or send text messages to 0703 004 0003 or send emails to info@lamata-ng.com. And that's the news. For any city, roads are important assets which aid the mobility of the people. Among other functions, the roads allow for people's easy mobility around the city to meet their daily aspirations, improve the economy of the society, and generally propel its prosperity and that of the people. When a city's roads are dysfunctional, the economy slows down and the people cannot contribute optimally to its growth. This is why the Lagos state government has over the years invested so much in roads development to promote economic development and social well-being of the people. On its part, the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, is saddled with the physical traffic serviceability of about 630 kilometer declared road network, which consists of a network of strategic roads, mainly major bus routes in Lagos metropolis. The management of this network, which consists of a network of roads, is thrust on the Roads and Traffic Management Department of the authority. It does this by tackling their militating factors such as their poor quality in terms of width, surface, and drainage systems. The department manages a comprehensive program of routine, recurrent, periodic, and rehabilitation maintenance activities. The agency, under the first phase of the Lagos Urban Transport Project, successfully rehabilitated 27.5 kilometers of roads, overlaid 41.9 lane kilometers of roads under periodic maintenance, and resurfaced over 600 kilometers of roads under recurrent maintenance. Some of the roads worked upon are Alaba Market Road, Ojo, Command Road, Ikpaja, and Obashekumade Road leading to the lighter port, Ikpakodo, Ikorodu. To support the Obashekumade Road, the Lagos State government has built a major ferry terminal. It acts as alternative road to link the heart of Ikorodu town and other settlements. Others include Ayo Alabi Street in Ogba, Ladipo Oluwole Street, Ikeja, and Ladipo Street, leading to the spare parts market in Mushin. Presently, LAMATA is working on a number of roads to ensure their traffic serviceability. These roads include Ajelogo Market Street in Agboyi Ketu Local Council Development Area, Wemko Road in Ikeja Local Government, Bishop Aboyade Cole, Samuel Manuwa Street, and Abimbola Awoniyi Close, all in Victoria Island. Some other roads, one of which is Akinya Deshola Road in Victoria Island, are soon to be rehabilitated in order to control run-on and storm waters that usually affect the integrity of the road. Roads development is part of the overall strategic master plan of the Lagos State government, even up to 2030. Apart from several new roads to be constructed, the government plans a ring road for Lagos to take traffic from the inner roads and free the city of traffic gridlocks for the economy to thrive, become environmentally friendly, and of course, encourage social integration. For On the Move, I am Kate Harmony, and back to you, Craig.
Welcome back. Our guest for today has over 23 years' experience in civil engineering and project management, both locally and internationally. He joined LAMATA in 2007 as head roads and traffic management and became director roads and traffic management at LAMATA in February 2013. He will be intimating us on the status of the ongoing road projects under LAMATA's watch. Please join us in welcoming Engineer Olufunsho Elulade on the program today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Can you please mention some of the roads you've worked on and, of course, how this has turned around the movement of Lagosians in the state?
Yes, I've worked on various set of roads, even though, yes, LAMATA had been working on roads prior to me joining them. I've worked on 40 junctions, carrying out intervention to remove gridlock. And, of course, I've worked on Wemko Road, various roads in Victoria Highland, mentioning Amodu Ojukutu, Sinari Daranijo, Sakatinumbu.
Currently, what are the roads you are working on?
Yeah, currently we are carrying out rehabilitation and upgrading of Wemko Road in Ogba. And we are presently constructing Sinari Daranijo. Presently, we started on Bishop Aboyade Cole, Samuel Manua, Abimbola Awoniyi, and we are doing drainage construction on Wemko Road as well. And of course, the government has just awarded the construction of rigid pavements to the BRT lane, so of course, quite a number of projects.
There is a huge drainage project you're implementing on Wemko Road, and recently you held a stakeholder meeting to inform of the rehabilitation and upgrading of the same road. Please, can you tell our viewers the scope of work?
Yes, as you are rightly mentioned, the scope of work on Wemko Road rehabilitation involves, of course, rehabilitating the road and putting a new pavement there. And one good, unique thing about that project is the inclusion of the cycle lane, which is first of its kind in, I would say in Nigeria, because we don't normally have cycle lanes whereby you have people who could cycle short distances, and this is the way where we want to introduce non-motorized form of transportation. And of course, if you look at the developed countries, you could see that they're encouraging cycling. So, and we have street lighting there. And to be honest with you, Wemko Road is being used by the government and LAMATA as a pilot scheme. Once we take a post-study after the road has been completed, then we'll start rolling it on all other major,
that you are
roads
undertaking
in Lagos State.
What is LAMATA doing about the poor state of the BRT lanes?
We decided to find a lasting solution because the existing pavement has exceeded its design life. This road was built over 32 years ago. Okay. So, of course, it has to, be taken out. That's why you see regularly, potholes developing. When LAMATA, when you fix a pothole, another one next to it will develop. So we decided to, make the road a concrete pavement like you have in the developed countries, Although, yes, it is expensive, but it is maintainable and it lasts longer.
Okay, the concrete pavement is supposed to hold the bigger buses.
Yeah, I mean, it will take any axle weights, any articulated lorry, not just buses alone, that rides on the road.
How have you been able to sort out the issue of traffic in Lagos State?
Well, the issue of traffic in Lagos State, I will use this medium to let the public and the viewers understand that one of the characteristics of a mega city is congestion. Okay. You go to United States during the peak period, it is traffic. You are in London during the peak period, it is traffic. And Lagos being a mega city would always show that quality as well. But what the government has done, because it is not only LAMATA, that in fact the sole responsibility lies on LASMA, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, in conjunction with the Ministry of Transportation and LAMATA, Public Works. So it's a combination of groups of agencies and ministries that are actually resolving, the problem of traffic congestion in Lagos State. But what LAMATA has done is to make sure from our end, we'll fix our roads, because there are some roads which are called declare road network, which, are one of our responsibilities to maintain. Yeah. So we'll make sure we put all the necessary, signs so that drivers can observe, all the necessary signs. When we are engaged in construction work, we'll put signs so that people can plan their journey. They will have that information that, okay, this particular road is blocked. They can use an alternative, alternative road. So it's a combination of efforts in Lagos State.
So on this note, we go on a break. When we return, don't worry, our guest is still here with us. You get to ask more questions. Stay with us.
Basically, what LAMATA does is to coordinate public transportation in Lagos State, and we came up with a transport master plan.
Developed together with the World Bank, the objective of this plan is finding long-lasting solutions for the problem of transportation in Lagos. Currently under its first steps of development, the plan has already proven itself a big success, dramatically increasing the connectivity in a city in continuous expansion and enjoying an unparalleled demographic and economic growth.
Our responsibility is to ensure that we provide the necessary infrastructure to meet the growth, to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living, and to make Lagos a vibrant and livable city in years to come.
LAMATA, Think Transport.
Hello there. If you have just tuned in, this is LAMATA FR, and we still have with us our guest, Director Roads and Traffic Management LAMATA, Engineer Olufunsho Elulade. At this point, we shall be taking questions from our studio audience and as well as our online followers. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page. And of course, Kate is right there to coordinate the segment. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Craig. Thank you so much. Connectivity is key in LAMATA. This is why we have the audience here with us. Are you ready, guys? Yes. Okay, so let's take question number 1. Who? You? Okay.
My question is on Ajelogo Road. When is the completion? And what are you doing about the beautification and electrification of the same road?
Yes, Ajelogo Road should have been completed last month. But unfortunately, because of the perennial, rainfall, it hampered the construction. So the contractor sought for extension, and he promised that before the end of the year, he's going to deliver that road to the government. In terms of the beautification, of course, you have to finish the old infrastructure before you start on beautification, before you do the street lighting, but those are part of what the construction entails.
Is there any penalty for reckless drivers? Because we see you have some reckless drivers among our BRT drivers.
Yes, of course, there are penalties. And to be honest with you, there are indicators which the operators use to check their drivers. Some of them are currently on suspension, but of course, with time, we'll get there in Lagos State.
Why do people turn BRT to Molue in Lagos State?
No, of course, I will not agree with that statement. BRT can never be a Molue, because when you look at the characteristics of Molue and BRT, they are two separate things entirely. These are some of the qualities of a mega city. Peak period in London, you will see members of parliament, standing in the rail, inside the rail, pushing and shoving. It's something that is inevitable, especially during the peak period. But of course, with time, like I said, we'll get there. More buses will be provided by the state government or the operators of BRT, or, so that things will be evenly distributed. So that you'll find out that, for example, if you go to cities like Zurich or Geneva, you see, or even France, in Paris in France, you see people sit comfortably, But of course, pushing and shoving is synonymous with peak periods. But if this happened off peak period, then, more buses would have to be injected, the scheme would have to be looked at again and make it better for the consumers or the passengers plying these routes.
What plan does LAMATA have for residents of Lagos living towards Badagry but work in places like Mile 2? Because the BRT buses, most of them stop mainly at Agbara, coming from Mile 2 to Agbara. They don't extend to Badagry area. So what plans does the organization LAMATA has for those kind of people? Thank you.
Yes, LAMATA has a plan for, developing the transportation system all around Lagos State. And the Lagos State government, through LAMATA, is currently developing what is called Strategic Transport Master Plan. And inside the Strategic Master Plan, it is envisaged areas where BRT will be extended to. So, of course, you would accept that in any organization or any country, things are programmed. You can't put two rods in the fire at the same time. So, it's going to be gradual. And the effort of Lagos State government is to, construct that 10-lane highway from Mile 2, around Mile 2, Orile Gomu, all the way. And he has complemented that through LAMATA again to introduce a rail system. So you will see that things are coming up, with time. By 2030, will look like the proper developed mega city.
The ticket attendants, moreover, let me say the customer service attendant, are they really undergoing a formal training? That is one. Then secondly, there was a time on the television where they showed this plan of cable car. So I don't know if the development is still on. Thank you.
Yes, in terms of the ticket attendants, if it's the ones from our own side, yes, of course, they do undergo training, because for them, you would accept that we've just launched the e-ticketing. So, of course, if they weren't trained, how would they operate it? So, of course, they are trained. And if for whatever reason they have done anything which you do not like, you have a website, Facebook, there is a phone you can call to lodge your complaint. And I'm sure LAMATA will take it up. And in terms of the cable car, yes, the plan is still on. The cable car is still on, and when this will be started, will be communicated to the public. But of course, yes, it's still on.
Is there any speed limit to caution all these BRT drivers?
Well, under normal circumstances, in any metropolis like Lagos or any built-up area, it is 50 kilometers per hour. So they should, if they observe the traffic rules and regulation, they shouldn't speed more than the speed dictated by law. But of course, even the constriction within the BRT should even make them to be slower. But of course, there's a speed limit, which is set by the government.
Thank you so much. We have a question for you from our Facebook page, and this one is from Fresh Boy Ikundayo. And he says, I want to find out if plans are in place now or in the future to think of underground tunnels for cars and railways, as well as parking spaces to reduce cars on the streets and make corridors accessible.
To be honest with you, I cannot say precisely at this moment that we are thinking of doing underground tunnels for cars. But if the need is required, if it's a requirement in the future, of course the government will look at it.
At this stage, your parting words.
Yes, I will use this opportunity to appeal to the public and all the road users to drive with care, especially where you have construction going on. I want everybody to observe all the traffic rules and regulation, all the safety signs there. You can see that in Lagos State, there is always one construction going on almost everywhere in Lagos. And I'm sure by the time all these constructions are completed, we would have a smooth surface to ride on. Our journey will be quicker. There will be less stress on our body. We won't be standing too much in the traffic. So please, I will appeal to Lagosians to be patient with the government and LAMATA to let us realize our dream in Lagos State. Thank you.
And at this point, we'd like to thank you for taking out this time to be with us on the show and for answering all the questions. Thank you so much. And also, we'd like to thank you for your questions. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for being a part of LAMATA Half Hour. And also for taking this time to ask all your questions. I enjoyed every one of them. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back after this timeout. LAMATA's mission is the creation of a multimodal world-class transportation system with the growth of Lagos as a mega city. This has been achieved by visionary planning, facilitating regulation by its committed professionals.
If you want to be part of our studio audience, please send your details to 0703 004 0003. You can also connect with us on our website, lamata-ng.com, or on our social media page, facebook.com/LAMATA-NG. And don't forget to click the like button. And this is where we'll wrap up on this week's episode of the program. Till next time.
LAMATA, think transport.
Eko Akete, Lagos, my home. With LAMATA, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail lines, pedestrian bridges, new roads.